The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. Complete. It's Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
On first down, Williams. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Williams, off play action, going for Metcalf on the deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, 20. Max 50, Max 50. Here we go. He's crashing. He's torn out. 5. Smooth. 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he'll be upended at the 20-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now gone. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, 50.
A shotgun snap for goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This pass into the hands of the running back. The play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, Delta.
Goff now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
We go, come on. What we got? First and 10.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. For Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Bravo!
From the gun, here's Goff. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught in the red zone. First and 10 at the 19. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Fournette, a first down carry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Williams now. From the gun, he'll throw. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. A big-time play there for the Texans. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Flushed out right. That is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Now Fournette. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got some space here. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Williams. Operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Off the play fake. Williams. It's Hill, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. Third down here. Here's Gone. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Hill on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no.
And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. You've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Safe.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Gurley's got the first down and then some. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
76.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Here we go, D.
Again, they run with Gurley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second and 6. This will be caught by Brown. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Texans.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Williams off the play fake. Going for Metcalf on the deep. He's got it at the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. And Eifert has it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. This is Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's caught by OBJ. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run forward with Janovich. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Gall. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, gone. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Goff now looking to throw. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Odell Beckham. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he'll... The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because...
There he goes right side. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, gone. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. This is Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. On 1st and 10, Goff. He finds his target, Beckham. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On 2nd and 9, Goff going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Super one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now a first down throw. Goff. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, no man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. Stamina, way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera high.